Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Let us know what you are reading, and we'll just go ahead and start off with that. So, what are you reading, Lee?
I am going to start reading. As much as I want to continue with Carnal Innocence, I have to put that aside for a moment. I am starting, my buddy read is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winston.
I'm really curious about that one, so I'll be interested in seeing what you think of that because that one I see a lot of mixed about it. Either they like really liked it or they just threw it against the wall, hated it. So I'm kind of curious.
So far, Sharon said it's very slow. So I almost want to text her first and be like slow DNF so I don't waste my time reading it, or like just going. So
It's supposed to be like Clue. A lot of people say that it's like Clue. That's why if you like Clue, you'll like that. But it's like I don't know. So yeah.
We'll see.
Good luck.
You, like I always tell my friend Barb, you can be a guinea pig for us and tell us how.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
I am reading all the things because I have 3 books I want to finish before the end of the month. This one's easy: Babysitter's Club, Super Special 11, blah, blah, blah. Something Wilder by Christina Lauren, which I am not quite halfway through it. This took a twist I was not expecting, and I'm not mad at it.
All right.
I'm like, okay, I like where this is going.
At least it was a twist you liked.
Romance.
At least it was a twist you liked.
I'm like, well, I didn't see that coming. Neither did the characters, which was very exciting. And thankful for The Maverick by Rochelle Allers, which I'm really, really liking. This is super cute. So that's what I'm reading.
Cool. So probably my last Nora Roberts for November anyway. I'll probably read some more next year, maybe, with the trilogies. But Blood Brothers, I have 22 minutes left of it. I really wanted to try to get another one of the trilogy ones in, but I got to be realistic. And so I'm going to read one.
Like the Pagan trilogy or something?
It's the Sign of Seven.
Sign of Seven. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'll be doing Murder in Mayfair by D.M. Quincy, which is one of Melmac's cozy mystery choices. I wanted to get another one of those. And I've been curious about this series and it's historical. So I figured I will have enough time for finishing up this Nora Roberts and reading this cozy mystery. And then I do have some other books that I need to try to fit in before the end of the month. So I was like, we'll just have to say that's it. But I did pretty good. I don't know how many I read, but I think I read at least 10 maybe.
I have a question. When are you making Melmac's TBR for the month?
I know. I told Mel that I said, I think next year I need to
Yes.
Melmac May.
Exactly.
There we go.
There you go.
And so Pat says, good evening, everyone. Reading Snowflakes and Starlights by Debbie May Comer, Joan Ross, and Jennifer Snow. Have not read a Debbie May Comer book since Cedar Cove series. Oh, wow.
That's where I'm stuck, so.
And Cheryl says that she has a bunch of Debbie May Comer books out from the library. Yeah. I think she's a big hit when it comes to the Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And Cheryl said she will be reading Peg and Rose Solve a Murder by Lauren Berenson. That's it today. And Hannah says I will also be reading How the Murder Crumbles by Debbie Senfelder. It's an ARC.
Nice.
She's also going to be making dinner. And Hannah wanted to know hi and how Cheryl was. And she is doing good. And Cav says, hi, everyone. I'm in Christmas mode tonight, bouncing between listening to Lark the Herald Angel sing by Meg Langslow and reading The Second Christmas by Marta Dupree. I've been trying to make out my Christmas, or December, TBR in general. And it's like, so I have questions for Sarah. That reminds me. So, are the historical Harlequins, are they spicy or sweet?
Depends on the author.
Just depends on the author. Because I would like to fit in a Christmas, historical.
I will say that most of the time they tend to be on the spicier side.
And I need something for my sweet. So I was like, are the intrigue? They're more.
The intrigues are, I hate using this terminology. The intrigues are sweet or clean or whatever you want to call them. The older ones for sure. They're allowing the newer ones to have a bit more spice, but the older ones for sure are.
I have these ones from like 2018.
Yes, you're good.
They're purple.
Yep. Actually, that's one I just pulled. I have that exact book. I just pulled it for my Advent.
Well, because I'm like, I had 3 more of those over here that I couldn't fit into my prompts for, other things. And I'm like, I think they're sweet. Because then I could do like the historical one for like, I could find maybe a royal one.
Yeah, those are, there's a dime a dozen,
Yeah, it's just, I just don't know like any of them because I had none. So I'm like, oh, how do I even look for that? It's like Christmas historical Harlequins.
Right. Usually you can find like the bind-ups, like not the bind-ups, but like a 3-in-1. Those are some of my favorites.
Yeah, I see a lot of like, even on like Libby, it's got December historical or whatever, and I'm like, look through them, see if there's a Christmas one if you get to the October, November ones.
Exactly. Oh, Scribed has a lot of stuff. Well, they had Claimed by the Ranchers, Air by Maisie Yates is on Scribed on audio. Just saying, and that's a Christmas one.
Cool. Is this one on there? Rancher's Christmas Storm?
Not that I saw. I'll have to look. But yeah, you can find Maisie Yates stuff everywhere.
That was my spicy.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, it's a desire, and I knew that they were so. And I said I've never read of Maisie Yates yet, so I should.
And it's Maisie Yates, so you're guaranteed. Yes.
Yeah, you always say she's spicy, I think, and stuff. I've heard you talk about it.
I think that one's on Scribed. You might have to look, but yeah.
Cool. Jessica Ann says, hello, everyone. I'll be reading 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Nice.
I was going to say, Hannah was just talking about that in the Discord. She says, oh, I just finished that today and loved it. And Tammy says, hello, all. I'll be reading Town and Lobster Stew. And Jessica Ann says, I have around 130 pages left. I just started this quarter today, so I won't be able to read as much, but I'm hoping to finish it this month.
Nice.
And Cheryl says that Cav, I love Donna Andrews books, especially on audiobook. Everybody loves that series. I've got to try number 2.
It's a great series.
I've got to try number 2 next year. And Pat says, hi, Cheryl and Hannah. I love books by Debbie Sonnenfelder. I got her book at the yard sale and only paid 25 cents for it. I always love a good deal. Mm-hmm. And it says, Hannah, I need to message you later about Joanne Fluke's books. Yeah, I think she hauled the first 4, I think, maybe. I seen a book of the books that shall not be named or whatever she said. And Jessica Lynn says, hello, everyone. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving holiday. If you celebrated and got some relaxation.
Yes, I hope you all had a good weekend.
Yes, I ate too much.
And you had a good time. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, there was no fights this go around. So, that's always good.
That's a good holiday right there.
No family fights. That was good.
Oh, how boring.
I think if we stay away from games, it works better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of my one cousin, she's a little bit she's a kind of sport. She doesn't like to lose.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And Ashley said, hey, everyone, I'll be reading Highland Doc's Christmas Rescue, a Harlequin medical category romance. I'm listening to Nancy Drew, Girl Sleuth. And Nadine said, hi, everyone. I'm about 50% into Big Shot by Julie. Oh, I need to read that one. Julie Mulhern is number 15 in the Country Club Murder series. I really like this series. I'm waiting for it to come on Hoopla on audiobook. I keep checking. I haven't checked in a while, so I need to check. That's how I've done that whole series, so I have to wait. Don't forget the thumbs up. That's right. And it says, hi, Pat. I've read her food blogger series and last year and loved it. I think the series is finished. And that's a frowny face, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Cheryl said, "Oh, I really want to read Girl Sleuth, but our library doesn't have it."
It's unscribed on audio.
I was gonna say, you read that, or did you?
Well, I started it and I made an executive decision to put aside because I wasn't in the mood for a nonfiction. I'm like, all I have on my brain right now is Christmas books. I just want to finish what I have and then get to the Christmas stuff.
Get to the Christmas, yeah.
I'll read it next year.
That's like one thing too. Like with the books, it's like I have to make this decision. I may need to start some of my stuff for December early because
Same.
I have a lot of not Christmassy kind of things that I need to read as well. And my friend is she's torturing me, and she wants to finish the Grisha trilogy.
Okay.
So we have to read Ruin and Rising, and it's really big. And, so I'm like, and I can't find an audio anywhere like that I can get a hold of. And even on Libby, the only way they had it is if I read it in the Libby app. And my library has an actual copy, my actual library. So I'm like, please, and nobody get it until I can get it. But it's like, oh, that sucks. So Jenny says, "Hi everyone, reading Mission Merry Christmas by Nancy Nagel."
Nice.
And Cheryl says, "Hi to Nadine. I never heard of that series." And Hannah says to Jessica Lynn, "I'm glad to help. I can't wait to hear what you think of the books or book." And somebody else said to Cheryl that it's on Scribd.
I could just see it on Hoopla too, so maybe check there too.
And Tina says, "Hello, y'all. I'm reading Pint of No Return by Dana Mintic."
Dana Mentic.
And Cheryl says, "I can't afford Scribd right now, unfortunately." Oh, that's a bummer. And Anita says that she's reading Christmas Scarf Murder by Carlene O'Connor. Jesse E says, "Hello, everyone. I'll be reading The Cowgirl and the MD by Catherine Mann."
One of my favorite books
I was
this year.
going to say,
So
I'm pretty
good.
sure that was the title. I thought that was.
And this one too is also a he's an older he's older. He's 43. He's my age. I'm like, just shut up, Harlequin.
I just watched yesterday on Lifetime. It was called The Christmas Spark. And it was so fun to see Jane Seymour and Joe Lando together again because they were both on Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Nice. And now here they are older and they were playing, and it was it was a romance between the two of them. So it was an older romance, and it was kind of fun.
Oh, that's delightful.
Love it.
I'll read one more. "Hi, everyone. I'm hoping to finish Holiday Romance by Catherine Walston."
Nice.
Cool. And find my banner, and here we go. We'll read to the top of the hour. And so, happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
So how did everybody do?
I played around a lot on the internet, so I didn't get much reading done. So I got through 1.5 chapters. I of course I started playing a new game, and you guys know I get addicted, so that's all I've been doing.
Yeah, that happens to me. I'm like one of those that like I start a new game and I like play it and play it and play it and play it until I wear out. And then I'm like, I really don't need this anymore, and I like get rid of it, and then I'm fine.
I'm not at that phase yet, but yes. So
I made and ate dinner, so I only got a tiny, tiny bit red.
What'd you have?
Spaghetti.
Oh, yummy.
Yep. Cheap, broke food until we get paid.
We're kind of at that point too.
Mm-hmm.
We're having pasta tonight too. So
Yep.
And so I finished Blood Brothers by Nora.
Oh, nice.
And I enjoyed it. I liked that one. I said I felt like it was a little bit like Dark Witch, but then I was like, well, actually, I guess Dark Witch is a little bit like Blood Brothers because Blood Brothers actually came first.
yeah.
Because it was from like, I think 2007 or 8. I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Dark Witch is from 2013.
Yeah, she gets a lot of that like paranormal-ish witch
I was
vibes.
Talking to Melmac about it, and she said a lot of her trilogies kind of follow the same kind of formula, and they're kind of like the same. So I was like, okay, well, kind of makes sense then. So now I am reading Murder in Mayfair, and it was quite surprising right off the bat what happens. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm really curious because I know Melmac really likes that series. Like I think she just finished the third one, I think. Third or fourth one. And she gave it like 5 stars. So let's see, where was I? I think I was right here. Hi everyone. I am hoping to finish Holiday Romance by Catherine Welch. I don't remember if I read that one or not. But anyway, read it again. And Cheryl said if she ever goes back to Scribe, then she would check it out. Mm-hmm. And Jessica Lynn said that she's really enjoying the first one so far. Don't remember what she was reading. And then Nadine was telling Cheryl that the Country Club Murder series is set in Kansas City in 1970s. It is.
Oh, nice.
I like that one. It's a lot of fun. I like it, and it's fun to listen to it on audio because, like, they have the old-fashioned phone, and so it goes whenever it rings. The narrator goes ring, ring, ring.
Love it.
And Nadine says, "Oh, that sounds good. I'll have to check it out." And then Cheryl says, "Hello, Storm, Sarah, and Lee." And Melmac says, "Hi, Storm, Sarah, and Lee, and hi, everyone. I'm going to start Peril and Paperback by Kate Carlisle. It's number 6 in the bibliophile." Yeah, I stuck my tongue out at her on the Discord because she was reading that one because I still don't know about that series yet. And Cheryl says, "I'm with you, Sarah. I have 3 I want to finish by the end of the month as well."
Yep.
Yeah, I'm working on 2 middle grade books that I would like to finish, but I don't think they're probably going to roll over. And I have Grilled for Murder by J.C. Eaton, which is an ebook that I'm working on. And it's probably going to end up rolling because I don't think I can get it done.
I would say with 2 days and just a few hours left,
you can do it.
Very, very ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
If any of those were on audiobook, I would have a better chance.
Yeah.
But they're not. So like, oh, and that Macy Yates one that I was talking about, it was on Scribd, so on audio. So nice. I'm like, yay. I'm like, I gotta have some audiobooks on these or I'm never gonna finish any of these categories.
Yep. And it is rare to find them on audio, to be completely honest. You don't see it very often.
Yeah, and sometimes like a little bit of the older ones or a certain like imprint or something, it seems like.
You sometimes see a lot of Intrigue Presents, the special edition. It depends on the more popular imprints, if you will.
Yeah. And it's funny that the three that I have that I'll probably use one of them for my suite. They're all by the same author and from the same series. I'm really trying very hard to not even think about the fact that all these books probably that I'm reading are in the middle of series. I'm just going to read them. These are number 4, 5, and 6. So,
Oh
and I think the Maisie Yates one is in the middle of the series. And I'm like,
no.
don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Just read them.
There you go.
That's hilarious.
And Serba says 900 books on my Kindle paperwork, and I think is not enough books, and I'll run out fast. And yet I'm slow 1 a month reader. Yet I want to get more books. I think that's just a bookworm's life, you know.
Right?
Never too many books. Never too many books. Because here's it. I totally understand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Hannah says, I want to read something wilder, probably in January 2023. December's a little packed.
I think you'll really like it. I'm really liking it.
And Melmax heard our little talk there.
Melmac me.
And then she says,
Sarah said,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and Hannah says, you should make at Melmax TBR during her birthday month, since she makes your TBR during her birthday month. Yeah. I already said she already needs to do a Nora November, since she's wanting to read a whole bunch of Noras anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a lot that she has to do. She can't just do them all in November, so she's going to have to spread them out throughout the year.
throughout the year.
Oh, there you go. And land August, we can capitalize the A as
See.
And he says, hi, all. I'm reading Hollyberry Homicide by Sharon Farrell. Cool. Hi, Mother Goose. Said hello, everybody. I'm reading Rules for Visiting. And DeShannon says, evening, reading Penny Dreadful. Slow going because I'm reading a few other books for book club discussion. I know how that goes.
Understandable.
Hello, Sharon says, I'm going to start a Harlequin inspired book tonight. Sarah made me do it. I haven't read a Harlequin since high school.
Yay!
Oh, that's cool.
She's an enabler for all.
I am.
She is. Well, that's why I had to talk to her earlier, because I'm like, is this a category? Is this a category?
And I have thoughts on what is category and what is not category. And when Brie and I were doing the podcast, we really butted heads on that. So
yeah.
But I'm allowing Storm.
So let me just ask, not to start a whole thing. So if it's even if you buy it on Harlequin, that means it could possibly not.
Okay. So there's an imprint publisher that are digital only called Thule. Okay. So Thule classifies some of their books as category, but according to the definition of category, they're not category, because category is a specific number of books every month. Like every month you get 6 Desire novels on the store shelves, right?
Yeah.
And they're a certain page length with a certain, you know what you're getting when you pick up a Desire novel, right? Thule, they'll release a book this month, they'll release a book in 6 months, they'll release a, you know what I mean? Like it's not, but yet they call it category because they're shorter. Like
okay.
So yeah,
Got
so and you know, Brie and I, like I said, like it was all in fun. Like we didn't get mad at each other, but we used to really butt heads about whether it was true category or not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was like looking up, you know, like what category it is, and it says like, you know, it has only so many pages, but then I'm like, well, some of these categories go over that page count. So I was like, well, and then I was like, the one I was looking at from Thule, it was like 158 pages, and I'm like, oh, maybe.
But since they define it as category, I will allow it. Not like I'm the police for this.
Right.
It's because I was having a hard time finding a city book. And I wanted one that was on audiobook, and I could find that one on audio.
That's fair.
And Hannah says, I hauled 2 to 5 of the Hannah Swenson series. I got free book credit from Thrift Books, and then another for putting the order in. So
oh,
I have
wow.
them in my cart. Cool.
Good job.
Not the HS series this time. I have Cupcake Bag for this time around. I feel like I have a coughing fit coming on just a minute.
Mm.
So while she's coughing, so anything on Harlequin site would be category romance? No. Okay.
Only. Hold on. Okay. So, for example, if it's got an imprint title, Blaze,
Yep.
or Special Edition, or Desire,
Suspense or
that is
whatever.
category.
Okay.
Something like this, which is just like a book,
Yeah.
that's a single title. So, no, it's not category.
Okay.
If you go on the Harlequin website and you go to the top and it says like series, and you hit the drop down, it gives you like Desire, Heartwarming, blah, blah. Those are all the imprints. That's category.
Okay.
Okay. Clear as mud, right?
Because and that was something too, because I went to the Thule like publishing and it says imprints and it has all these little imprints down there, and so I was like, I don't know.
I know.
And Hannah said, Jessica, yes, I'm loving the series, just taking a small break from it at the moment. We're saying hi to. Oh, I forgot. There she goes. Hi, Hermione. And then people were saying hi to her. And Jessica Lynn said, understandable, especially so it doesn't become a series that you start to hate with there being so many. Yes. And Hannah says, yes, I was binging so many series this year that I was getting burned out. I think I can only binge 2 or 3 before I need a break. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you were going pretty gung-ho at the beginning of the year with your series. So it was like she was working on that SAS list and she was just knocking them series out, right. I was like, I couldn't do that.
Well, I feel like even that with like the ABC challenge and stuff, I feel like everybody finished theirs like 6 months ago. And I'm like, yes, today I just finished mine. You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
Well, congratulations, because I'm probably not finishing mine.
I just felt like everybody finished super early. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's not like I haven't read a lot of cozies. They just start with the same dadgum letter.
Yeah. Murder, death. Yeah.
It's like murder, yeah. And even like I did the non-cozy too, and there's like certain letters that I just don't hit whenever I'm reading. Have a lot of the same ones for those B's and C's and D's and stuff like that. They're the same ones.
I want to do the states next year, but I want to do it for like romance books.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
I was thinking of doing states, but I was going to do it for everything that I read and just see
that's a good
what
idea.
States I actually hit when I read, because I don't ever know, because I don't ever pay attention.
I've started keeping track on my spreadsheet because I think we talked about this maybe in Discord. So I've now created a column on my spreadsheet and I want to see where I land somewhere like next year.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think it's fun because you don't really realize how many times you read the same like states.
I got thinking though, I'm like, my 2 biggest ones are going to be California and Connecticut, because I'm reading my way through the Babysitters Club, which takes place in Connecticut, and Sweet Valley, which is all in California.
And Nancy Drew, isn't she in California too?
No, Nancy Drew, I actually think she's in Illinois. I think they've never actually said what state, but she's Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chicago.
So.
When it's like when it comes to cozies, it's like most of them are like up there in the Connecticut and all that.
New England type of.
And I wish they would tell you at the beginning of the book where like I'm reading and I'm like, but where does this take place? I need to know.
Even in your fictional town, just tell me where.
Right. Yeah. What state is this in?
I wish they would put that in the blurb on the back.
Yeah.
Right.
That way, because if you're actually specifically looking for a book, you could like, oh, okay, I'll read this series.
That would probably work really well, especially if you're in the less common cozy states. You know what I mean? Like then more people would read.
Yeah, like if you're looking for Delaware, because like there's only like 1 or 2.
We're in Delaware.
And Michelle says, I read 35 pages, just about to start making dinner for last 7 minutes of the sprint. Not sure what I'm going to make. And Jen says, I didn't read anything. My mother-in-law showed up at the house to get Need to help her send a text message. Gotta love her. Sounds like my father.
That's delightful.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right.
Read 24 pages.
Nice.
And she said, settled on a tuna salad on rich crackers.
Yum.
Made it to 44%. And yes, I am about 3 books. About 3 books, and I need to change a different change.
Mhm.
And 38 pages, 63%, 6%. I didn't read, but updated my reading journal.
Okay.
I also made dinner nothing fancy, tortellini with marinara and Italian sausage.
Yum.
It's the end of the month. It's never anything fancy at the end of the month.
Thank you. You know, like, oh, look, craft dinner, macaroni and cheese. That's it. Ramen
I
noodles.
did this like mixed thing, like put things together. I had hamburger meat and I had a little deal of like kind of rice-a-roni, and it's like we put them together and mix it up, and voila, food.
Pretty much.
That was us the other day. It was like, oh, we have these little mozzarella balls and cherry tomatoes, and oh, an orange that doesn't look like it's going bad, a couple slices of deli meat, and a handful of grapes that don't look really like moldy yet. That's dinner.
Suspect, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you open the fridge and you're like, oh, that doesn't look moldy yet.
It's a thing.
Yep. Or just a good old peanut butter and jelly sandwich, whatever.
Oh, a bowl of cereal. I am completely happy with a bowl of cereal.
Nothing worse than wanting that bowl of cereal and not having milk, or your milk is beyond expired.
True enough. True enough.
3 readathons for December. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot that goes on in December. Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's a lot every month now because everybody's been making their own and doing all this, and it's expanding as BookTube gets bigger and there's more and more and everything.
If you guys ever watch Pages with Paige, she's an Australian booktuber, and every month she like scours the internet for all of the like readathons that are going on. Sometimes she's got like 30 to 50 of them on there that people are, and she breaks them down by like, shortest to like the whole month. But I mean, she puts a lot of work into that. But yeah, like there's a lot of readathons.
That sounds familiar. She sounds familiar. I may have.
Yeah, you're thinking of Cat. What's her name? Owl something?
Book Owl.
She's like huge. She's been around forever.
Yeah.
She used to have like a calendar.
Yes.
That you could add stuff to.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
My question for everybody while we read is, since it's close to the end of the month, what was your favorite read or your least favorite read? Since we only got a couple months left. So
I'll have to look.
Everybody can think about that while they're supposed to be reading.
I'm like,
Fair enough.
There you go.
And so happy reading.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
So how did everybody do?
Scared me.
I thought you were relaxing back there a little bit. I was like,
I was getting into the story now. I'm just like, I completely forgot. I got 14%.
Good job.
so is it getting any better or?
They're telling like a current story and a backstory, so like nothing's happened yet, but in the present we know that like something big happened in the past. So that's where we're at right now.
Awesome. I got 0 reading done. I went through my December TBR and I looked to see what I could find on audio. Because the one thing I'm starting to notice at work is that, like, if I'm sitting there reading, people tend to want to talk to me like I'm not busy. But if I have a headphone in, maybe nobody will bother me.
Or you can pretend
at
like
least I can pretend I'm ignoring them. I'm sorry, what?
I don't understand why people don't get that. Like, having a book in front of you means I'm doing something.
Right?
Like, it also means go away.
Pretty much.
Well,
it's the
it's the same
universal
with,
symbol
like,
for go away.
having headphones on or earbuds in, people don't realize that you're busy because you've got them in. They want to talk to you anyway. And it's like, hello, can you not see
True
me?
enough. True enough. But at least I can play dumb like, what?
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
Right.
no.
Yeah. And don't
You'll
think
have
about
them doing this in front of your
Or
face.
just start talking to myself like, yes, like it's like I'm on an important call.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, that's what I spent my time doing. So over half the books I have, I can get on audio, which is great.
Nice.
That's good because that helps you be able to get through more. Because I mean, especially when there are like a seasonal read that you kind of want to do a whole bunch of them in that 1 month.
Exactly.
What did I get to? I think I got to 20%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 20%. Yeah. And I'm liking it so far. It's been a lot of fun. The one character is really fun. She her husband was trying to sell her off at the beginning, and Atlas felt bad, and so he like buys her. So now what does he do with her? Right? He's got her.
Yeah.
He bought her, but she's pretty spunky because technically she's still married to her husband. Even though he sold her, they're still married.
Oh.
And
okay.
he was really mean doing these things, and you know she had a way to get back at him that I thought was like totally fun, and I really liked it since it's back there in that time where they're their property and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And stuff like that. So she went shopping with Catsby's like sister and bought a whole bunch of stuff. She had all these things, and her husband's like, "What do you think you're doing?" And she's like, "Well, I went shopping. I bought. If you think I'm going to pay for, and she's like, "Well, of course, it's not mine because I'm just, your property and all these things. So you are responsible for this."
There you go.
And I was like, I like her. She's got spunk,
right? That's awesome.
Should be.
So Ashley said she's 29% into her category romance and loving it.
Yay!
That was from last time, so hopefully she's farther. And as Sarah says, having my authors out instead of in categories makes me have more categories to see the categories, and it helps me stop from getting more. Sure it does.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you have to justify to yourself.
Right.
Yep. And Sharon says, only read a chapter and a half because I was also doing, I think it is
Christmas. I'm assuming. I'm assuming she's not baking Christians.
Yeah, I was like, Christian? I'm not quite sure what that is, so I'm going to say Christmas, yeah. And Hannah says, if you don't think about it, they're just standalones.
Yeah,
for my books, yeah.
True.
She says, exactly, Hannah. And then Nadine says, I didn't hear anything about reading series out of order. Didn't. No. I know it's gonna bug me the whole time. I'm just gonna try to think. Not
just pretend you're me.
Yes, I'm going to be Sarah for the month.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Melmac says, I'm pretending that Storm isn't reading series out
Oh,
of
please, you
order."
people.
And she says, exactly.
Live a little.
Melmax also says there's going to be some more Robert Buddy reads in 2023. Just saying. Yes, there will be. And Tammy says, I spent a huge amount of time during the last sprint taking stickers off thrift books that I bought this year. That's a
thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them come off so easy.
And other ones, not so much.
Yeah. It's aggravating. And it said to Mel Mac, this is my first one, which I won in a giveaway 2 years ago. I want to read more too.
Nice.
And Sarah says, I have 73 categories on my Kindle Paperwhite, 16.
Wow.
Gigabyte.
I'm not quite sure. Is that 16 gigabyte? Okay, 20.
I can't be bothered organizing that. That would take me days and days.
I think if I would have started off when I very first got my Kindle and organized, but now they're just all on there, and I'm like, yeah.
The thing for me, and I mean each to their own, I'm glad that she's doing it if it makes her happy, but for me, I can go on it and I can type in what I want,
Yeah.
and it finds it for me. So, because again, I'm not a mood reader, right?
Yeah.
If you're a mood reader, you might need that.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even being a mood reader, it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, that one looks good.
Yeah.
There you go.
And,
It's your own spinning wheel, you know. You just
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Anna said to Tammy, I had to do that earlier. I hate those stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And Jessica Lynn says, I just always thought every book on Harley Quinn was category, but Sarah explained it to me. Malak said, Annie, I hope you enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And Kath says, for the category romance holiday readathon, all the books have to feature some sort of holiday.
Yes.
Right?
I'm allowing any holiday, Arbor Day, like 4th of July.
That's like one of my problems too. I don't have anything for the non-Christmas one because I'm like, I don't have a non-Christmas one.
Wonder if I can hold on. I'll have a look for you and see what I can find.
Okay.
There you go.
On audio.
And Melmac said to Tammy, I hate when the stickers on the book, or anything actually, aren't the easy to peel kind and they leave a sticky residue. Goo Gone is my occasional best friend. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it works pretty good on most. Not all stickers, but most.
The crazy thing is today I was just ordering stickers for work, and I specifically picked a low sticky kind so you could easily peel it off. So they're available.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Let's use them. Yeah, let's use them.
Yeah, because I've even gotten books that were from the 80s, and the sticker peels right off pretty easy. Yeah. And then you get one that was just the other day, and you can't get the sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And Tammy says, thank you, Sarah. I've never understood the category romances are until you just explained it.
You are welcome.
Yay, Lee. I just need J for mine. And then she's got her ABC. But I want to do the ABC in states for next year. And Calf says, J was the hardest letter in the alphabet challenge. I finally found one a couple weeks ago. I actually think J wasn't hard for me in the non-cozy, but I don't know about the cozy. I haven't looked in a long time. I need to go and look and see if I can add some because I forget about it. And then I go, oh, look at all these cozies I've read. Are there any that will count? And Malak says, a lot of the cozies I read are in Maine and Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Kath says, I started tracking all of my reads in September. Every state, every province, country, the whole world. Is interesting to see where I've armchair traveled to. So far, Oregon and Colorado are the hot spots.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I think that is be interesting to do next year. And Melmac says the Silver 6 crafting is set in Arkansas. Sunflower Cafe is in Kansas. And Kitchen Witch is in Idaho for 3 not as common
Very
states
true.
setting
Mm-hmm.
cozies. And Hannah says, "Oh well, it's beginning. It's the beginning of the week, so I'm lazy with dinner." And Annie had French toast for dinner. Yummy.
Mm.
Hannah says, "I was going to make some popcorn, but I had to make dinner for the fam tonight." Oh. And Momax says, "J was the last letter I got for the alphabet challenge. Just got it last month." Jen says, "My husband and I both had long days at work, so I picked up pizza on the way home from them."
Yum.
That's good too. It's making me hungry, and I've already ate.
Right.
Melmac says, "That's fitting. Today is National French Toast Day."
Oh, is it really?
Oh, and for my question about what was your favorites and least favorites, Hannah says that was a hard question, Storm. I read so many.
Oh yeah, I gotta look at that.
And Anna said, "Melmac, I saw your post on Storm's Discord, which gave me the idea."
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, because she did the National French Toast.
You post it early, and then people go plan their dinners.
Yes, they can. There you go. Yeah. Except we have no bread. We have ran out of bread. And Jeannie says, "The Next Best Day" by Sharon Saul was one of my favorite for the month. I thought it was just an amazing book. So, Lee, did you have a favorite that stood out this month? Or
I had 3 5-star reads this month.
Wow.
That's good.
So I will say first one was, oddly enough, Fatal Fried Rice by Vivian Chen. Really enjoyed that one. The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. And Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. I know she's written a couple other things.
I've heard a lot about that one.
I love this book. And one of my coworkers who I recommended it to, it's on hold for her, so she picked up one of the other ones, and she says she's loving that one too. So
Nice.
Yeah, I said I was going to have to put that one on my... I want to read more thrillers next year, so I'm going to put that one on my list. What about you, Sarah? Did you have a favorite?
I did not have a 5-star read, but you guys know that's par for the course with me.
Yeah.
But my favorite book so far this month, actually tied for first place, surprisingly, Death by Bubble Tea by Jennifer J. Chow and Murder Lo Mein by Vivian Chen were my 2 top favorites.
2 cozies of early run.
Yeah, I know, really, right? And my least favorite this month was actually a love-inspired suspense, Serial Threat by Valerie Hansen. Mainly because I didn't care for the romance.
Did you have a least favorite, Lee?
I was looking Details in the Documents by Kathy Daly. It was one of the In It Holiday Bays, and just did nothing.
That was the one you were hurrying up to get through because you said it. I remember you saying it wasn't all that great. Which one?
I was like, let's just get through this.
Okay, I'm going to do mine as Nora Roberts. And so my favorite one was The Witness. I gave this one 5 stars. And then like runner up, I think, is Carnal Innocence. I really like that one.
Oh, nice.
And my least favorite Nora Roberts was Honest Illusion. So I had a pretty good run though, because there's only one Nora Roberts that I really didn't care for, which was that one. All the other ones weren't too bad.
Now I'm curious how far in Carnal Innocence I am.
I know. I was like, I left her in the dust. I couldn't help it. I need to find out what happened.
I've only got 10 chapters left. Okay.
It's not too bad.
No.
Jenny says, I had a really good reading month in November, so that's a tough decision. My favorite was the Book of Candlelight, Secret Book Scone Society. I really need to get to that one. That's got to be like priority next year. It's the only series by that author, Ellery Adams, that I haven't read, so I just need to do it.
There you go.
And Nadine said, favorite November reads, The Witness and A Very Merry Bromance. I really do like the Bromance Book Club series. I had other 5-star reads, but these 2 stood out.
I meant to add Bromance to my December. Damn it. I can't add it.
There goes another one.
No more. Next year. Or I'll read in January.
I was going to say, do you read some in January? Do you kind of
I'll read them all year round.
Yeah.
But just December, it's like my focus.
Yeah.
Hannah says, I have 2 books that were my favorites. The first one was This Tender Land by William Kent Kruger, and the second one was Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Both had me counting minutes until I could read them again.
Nice.
That's when you know you got one, is whenever you just want to read it and you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
And Jessica Lynn said, favorite cozy is Death by Bubble Tea, the whole Library of Lovers series. Yay! And favorite contemporary was Gunkel, and favorite fantasy, Ordinary Monsters. Middle grade, Gallant. Favorite romance, Delilah Green Doesn't Care.
Yes.
And then below she says, sorry, don't just have one favorite book.
I think Delilah Green might end up, that and the Gunkel may end up as my favorite books of the year. Honestly.
Yeah.
Good choices, Jessica.
The Year is still on top for me by Lavelle Spencer.
There you go.
Nothing's knocked it off yet, so it's still up there. And Anita says, I can't decide, but my favorite book that I read recently is Snow Place Like Holly Point by Cindy Kurt.
Ooh, that's fun.
And he says, my favorite book was Scattered Seeds by Julie Doherty, a historical romance. I learned a lot about French Indian War and how precarious life was for pioneers in the Ohio frontier. Well, that's cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
And so Anita got 16%, 56%. Oh, I finished my book. I really enjoyed it. Yay! Got a book finished. Jessica Lynn made it to page 60 of Curiosity Thrilled the Cat. How are you liking that one, Jessica? I liked that one. That one was fun. Nadine got 76%. And Sarah Beth said, I read a chapter in The Fellowship of the Ring, 60% done with my ebook. Cool.
Nice.
And Jamie the Curious Geek, I like that name. Hi, Jamie, said 38 pages. Hubby came home, so that distracted me a bit. Happens. And 28 pages. And Melmac read 17 pages. Look at that. She's reading.
Very good.
And he read 20 pages. Jesse read 2 pages. Sharon is 45 pages completed so far. And yes, people don't understand the danger of interrupting a girl reading the book.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm on lunch. I've been talking to people all day on the phone. Leave me the F alone.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And do you guys have like a break room?
Yeah, we have a lunch room.
Okay, and then do you stay at your desk? And
I stay at my desk.
Okay, so that's what I'm like. If I'm in the break room, talk to me. If I'm not, leave me alone. It's one of those things.
Yeah, and everybody's in the break room right now because the World Cup is on. And everybody but me in the office gives a crap. So
there you go.
Like, Sarah, Canada's playing what?
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's like the US is there too, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I love teasing my manager because she's British, right? So of course it's football that's being played. And I'll walk past, I'll go, oh look, soccer. And she's like, get out.
Love it.
And Jessica Lynn says, I got lucky and found a New Year's Eve book. LOL.
Yay!
And Hannah says, LOL. So the library is moving from hold stickers to hold receipts, which makes no sense. But the hold stickers at one location is the most frustrating thing to peel off.
Oh.
Which is why they're probably moving to like the receipts, so you don't have to peel.
Mm-hmm.
But Sharon says, for safely removing stickers and photos and scrapbooking, I use a product called Scraper Solution by Undo. I haven't heard of that. Give it a try on removing stickers for books, maybe. I will have to look for that.
That's a good
Thank
suggestion.
you for that.
I thought this was true. Hannah says, LOL, I didn't like the Book of Gold Cases. I'm going to give another Simone St. James book a try, though.
Well, we all can't be right.
I haven't read it yet, so I can't say anything, but I was like, I know you two really liked it, so, she's outnumbered. Ashley said, Sarah, have you ever done a video on Silhouette Dreamscape line? I somehow become the owner of one.
I have a couple of them on my shelf. I found them at thrift stores. I don't know a lot about it. I'd have to do more research, but my understanding is it's more of a fantasy, paranormal-esque type line.
It sounds like I have,
but
I may have some of those.
Yeah, Nocturne is what you might be thinking of because Harlequin did a Nocturne line. So, but yeah, I'll have to do some more research.
And Shannon says, from a fave from November is Osmond's The Bullet That Missed, and I don't have a least favorite this month, so that's good. Well, yeah, that is good.
That is good.
Nora Roberts for the win. See, my favorite was The Witness by Nora Roberts. That was a really good pick, Mel Mac. See, everybody liked it. And Nadine says, my least favorite November read was The Spirit of the Season by Fern Michaels. It is the very first Fern Michaels book that I read and hated the writing style. Also, I was going to say kudos to the publisher's husband for liking that book because that's why we got The Witness in the first place.
True.
You'll have to write and let the publicist know that we like the book she suggested.
Yeah.
And Melmac said, lesson learned for November, The Witness regarding of Beastfuls on recommendation list. Yeah, there you go. Sarah, I thought Very Merry Bromance was already on your December, or I would have reminded you.
I'm debating now on switching something else out. Because there's one book I'm like, yeah, I really should read that because it's on NetGalley, but then this other part of me is like, but so is the bromance book.
Right.
I think that's a series I want to try next year. I haven't tried it. I know you guys said like the first one wasn't very good, but the other ones were, I think. So,
they get better as they go.
So I'll have to, if I don't like that one, I'll need to continue.
Just push forward.
And Sharon said Jars of Hearts is great. So
I agree.
And Jessica Lynn says, I am liking it a lot, Storm. I really love Owens and Hercules. Yeah, they were pretty cool cats. I must admit, I'm not a cat person, but they were pretty cool. Oh, it jumped ahead of me. There we go. My lowest rated book this month is 3.5. For my least favorites are one I still like is A Trip with Trouble by Diane Kelly, #2, and Murder at the Lobster Shack by Maddie Day. And it's funny because like Tiffany really liked Trip with Trouble, which is the second one in that series, but she didn't like the first one all that well. So that's funny that, she didn't like it, but Tiffany liked it.
That's funny.
And has said the stickers to receipts is just to save some money. Melmac, I have 4 5-star reads for this month. The Cider Shop Rules by Joanne Lindsay, of course. Espresso Shop by Cleo Coyle. Doom Full of Sugar by Catherine Burns. Yeah, that one was very popular this month. And Murder at the Opera by D.M. Quincy, which, see, I told you, I thought she liked it because that's the one that she read that was in this series. So that gives me high hopes for this one and the rest of them in the series if she likes it that much. So Jessica Lynn says, according to my Goodreads, my least favorite was Runaways by V.C. Anders for November.
And I didn't get to it. Sorry, Jessica. We were supposed to be buddy reading it.
And Nomac says, yes, I'll let the Nora Roberts publicist know that her recommendation of The Witness was a hit. Nice. And Nadine says, romance. Fingers crossed for a Cheeseman story.
Yes, I concur.
Now that just makes me curious because Cheeseman story.
Well, it's like I was the one who loved the Russian, and I was so happy when the Russian got his story. You know what I mean? So,
is that the one that a lot of people don't like?
The Russian? No, I'm pretty sure he's the fan favorite.
Well, it seems like there was one of the books that everybody thought they were going to like it, but then they didn't like it as much.
I can't remember. Maybe I'm just the odd duck out.
I don't know. Anybody else read the let us know because I don't know.
But let me know. And Storm, just to let you know, I just did a little bit of searching. And if you're up for reading a Valentine's story for the non-Christmas,
okay.
On Scribed, I'll send it to you. I'll send you the doohickey in Discord. But it's
Okay.
called The Tycoon's Valentine Vendetta, and it's a silhouette, or yeah, a Harlequin desire novel.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it doesn't have to be another winter holiday. It can just be any holiday.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Jesse E says, for taking those stickers off, I just use rubbing alcohol. And Jessica Lynn says, you really didn't miss much, Sarah. It was an odd one.
Yeah.
And Nadine says, I still love the Russian.
Everybody.
Oh, no, Storm the Russian is great. Okay.
It's
Maybe
just-
it's just the person that I seen didn't like it.
Well, that person is wrong.
There was somebody, I swear, they were excited to get to, I think they were excited for the Russian one because they liked the Russian, and then they just didn't like the storyline or something, maybe.
Maybe.
And Jessica Lynn says, the third one was my least favorite. It was the computer nerd guy.
Was that oh, the one with the cat? Well, that was the one with the cat. The first one was my least favorite, not because I didn't like the characters, but because it
Yes.
was literally
The third one has the cat.
Yeah, okay. The cat cafe with toe beans. My least favorite was the first one because if they had just had a freaking conversation, oh, it made me so angry. Like, it happens a lot in romance, but
Yeah.
this was just beyond.
Yeah,
It's
the
a conversation that a married
miscommunication.
couple should be able to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The miscommunication aggravates me all the time. It's like, I know if they would have just talked, then we would have had a book that was about this big.
Yeah.
It's a pamphlet.
But still, at the same time, it's like, oh, just talk to the guy.
That's
Yep.
right.
To the girl.
Well, that's the comment, and not to give any spoilers away, right? But for something wilder, so something happens at the beginning, and they end up parting ways and don't talk for like a decade. I am 40% of the way through this, and they've already had the conversation about what happened. Like, they literally sat down like adults and had a conversation about what happened in the miscommunication. I'm like, thank you, Christina Lauren. Thank you. Now we can get on to the rest of the funness of the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, I was like, dude, don't let that be the thing that throws everything out the window or whatever.
Right? Exactly.
And Jessica Lynn says, I love the twin ones in the first one with the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't often feel FOMO, but I'm feeling a little right now.
Yeah, I know.
What?
With the
Romance?
romance. Well, that's why I said I'm gonna have to give it a try next year because it's
Well, there's
all
only
over
5
us here.
books. You know,
Yeah.
you could read one every other month next year and then, end it on the Christmas one.
True.
Just
Oh, there
saying.
you go. Yeah. Just throwing it out there.
Just throwing it out there.
Sarah the Enabler.
Hey, if I got Rainey to read the first of the Winston Brothers series, which is very high heat, and she is not,
Did she like it?
she enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'll Mac beware of the FOMO.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Nadine's not helping. See, she's like the romance books are quick reads.
Just like, do it real quick.
So I guess we will call it quits for the night. Do you have anything coming out soon, Lee?
I will have my November wrap up coming out soon, which might be mixed with somewhat of a vlog that's been going since October. I don't know.
That's exciting.
We'll see.
We get to follow her through her, not reading slumpy.
That's why there's not much of anything. It's like, oh, and I felt motivated and I made this part of a video. And then I'm like, yeah, no, I hate life, whatever.
Oh.
We'll see what happens.
What about you, Sarah?
Tomorrow is December TBR Day. So that video will be out.
Tomorrow is the day that I film the December TV.
There you go.
Actually, I'm going to do 2 because I'm going to do one for the readathon and then one with all the other books that I need to
Okay.
do. So, but it'll be the
Okay.
one for the readathon
That's
that's going
cool.
to be going this tomorrow. So hopefully that's my goal, is to film it and then edit it so I can put it up. That will be my goal.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
got it.
And Jessica Lim says the bromance books are very addictive, though you want to know all the guys' stories.
It's true.
Hannah says FOMO is dangerous,
FOMO is very dangerous.
Mhm.
but it gets me quite a bit.
It does, yes.
Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out with me in the chat, and for you and
Mhm.
for Lee and
Thank
Sarah. And Thursday it should be on Tiffany's channel, I think, because she's going to do the kickoff for the Advent
Yep.
calendar. So we should mention that we're going to have like, I think it's 24 days instead of 25, since we're not going to do one on Christmas, but
Yeah.
kind of
yeah.
like the Advent calendar type thing.
And then I'm
And
doing sprints on Fridays. If anyone wants to co-host with me, just shoot me a message on Discord.
Cool.
All right.
Probably have. Is it going to be like at the same times? Like
It's going to be
7?
at 7:00. Yeah. And then the one that I was saying that I'd host on the 18th, I think that's a Sunday. I might actually start that one at like noon or something like that. Oh, shit. Did I say the 18th?
Yeah,
I have to work that day. I just realized that. Sugar.
I mean,
Sorry,
I-
Lee.
If you're
That's no-
apologizing for cursing, then I'm not the one you
No,
apologize.
no. I'm sorry for forgetting that I was working.
She's going to have to take herself off of that one date.
Okay,
so we'll
I
have
got
that
it.
one open.
I'll take a look and switch you off. Not a problem.
Okay. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at the list again and see what spots are available.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what else is happening on the 8th? Oh, darn.
Actually, one of those days is a Thursday, which might just coincide with your regular times anyway, which would be the 8th.
Sure. I'm good. Put me in.
Okay.
Put me in.
And Storm, I don't know if you want, we could just take over the 18th if you want, like we were talking about before anyway.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to, it's up to you.
What is the 18th? Is it on a Sunday?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
the
have to
18th is a Sunday.
You look at it, you let me know what you want to do.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll switch this one and I'll give you the 8th.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
Glad we worked that out.
Exactly.
It's a good thing we said something, so then you had that all clear.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so night, everybody.
Have a
Bye,
good one.
everybody.
Bye.